Okay, here we're gonna to speak about the last part of the conics sections about the hyperbole. In here, there is a common things with ellipse in hyperbole. As I told you, do you remember when I told you I wanted you to classify between the general equation of ellipse and hyperbole? The only difference is about the signs. Ellipse is both a and b, the coefficient of x squared and y squared are positive, but hyperbole, the coefficients, one is positive and the other is negative. And that's all. Let's see the difference here. The sum of distance to foci is constant, but here the difference of distance to foci is constant. So here is positive and here is negative. And for this, it depends on the equations. Okay, let's see. Here, I have here two vertices, this one and this one, as here it was there. The center in the here and the center is here. The foci is inside the ellipse here and it's here. I have something, it's called here transverse axis and his conjugate axis. So this is the data: center, foci, vertices, and transverse axis. What about here? The equations. Yeah. Here is x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals 1, and it must be 1. But here is positive. Do you remember the two conditions here? The first one equals 1. The second one, a greater than b. What about here? Here the first condition, yes, it will be must be equals 1. But e must be the first, not b. A in the denominator of the first, a squared. X and y may be exchanged, is for you, but must be a is first. Okay, let's see. Once it will be like this, so which means y is the first. So the equation here will be y squared over a squared minus x squared over b squared equals 1, as it's around y. What about here? Yes, it will be x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals 1. Do you notice a is always first? Here x is first because the hyperbole is around x. X is here. Okay. So y is first here, so it will be opens around y-axis. Like this. And what about here? Amazing. X is first, so it will be around or opens around x-axis like this. But the two conditions here, 1 equals 1 and a is first. Okay, let's see some examples about this. As we agreed, y, so it will be opens around y like this. Okay, I must start with the vertices. Vertices is all the time a. Do you remember? So a is here 16, so 4 and 4. So I will count 4 and count 4. The center is 0 and 0, as here there's no thing, nothing or no number next to y or x, so the center is 0 and 0. And what about b? B is 9. So I can't use it here without the conjugate. It's only here the conjugate. Okay. What about the foci? In the ellipse, it was c squared equals a squared minus b squared. But in the hyperbole, the foci equals c squared equals a squared plus b squared. 16 plus 9 equals 25. So c equals only 5. So I will count 5 units to be here the pink point and 5 points to be here the pink point. And that's all. Okay. Here, which means x, around x or y? No, it's around x. So I will move a here, the first number 16, so I will move 4 to the vertex and 4 for the vertex. And to get c, I should add a squared plus b squared equals 25, so c equals 5, so the foci is here, 5 and 5, and that's all. Okay, if he gives you the vertices and gives you the foci and he told you that I wanted the equation, what I will do? Here the graph is around x, so x will be first, x squared over. A is related to vertices, so x squared over 4 minus y squared over b. From where I can get b from the foci. Remember foci equals a squared my plus b squared. C squared here is 25 equals a squared 4 plus b squared, so b will be 21. B squared 21, so I will write here 21 all equals 1, and that's all. Let's see again the equation here. X squared, x squared over 4 minus y squared over 21 equals 1. Okay, the asymptotes. What is the asymptote? Asymptote is these lines, this dotted line or dashed line. It's called y equals b over a or y equals negative b over a when it's around x-axis, as here is a and here is b, a squared and b squared. Okay, what about if around y-axis? So it will be a over b times x or negative a over b times x. As a is the vertices, I will write first the vertices here on the b, but here on the a. Okay. As we told you, it must be equals 1. If it's 5, I will divide by 5 both sides, and here I will multiply the denominator times 5. Okay. Here is about the center. In all of these equations, the center is 0 and 0, but here it will be h and k, opposite of these numbers, okay? So h and k is the center. There's some equations for you. I want you to try to solve it to evaluate yourself. We'll discuss it in the online inshallah call. Thank you.